Hey everyone, welcome to episode 33 of the 10 Minute Trades podcast. I can't believe it's episode 33 already. So let's get the one bad trade that we had all week out of the way. The US jobs report. I got stopped because my ES trade, just the range didn't work. However, a whole bunch of people still made money. Some made money trading the NQ. Some made money trading the Canada jobs report instead of the US jobs report. We will do a deep dive on US jobs and we will find a great setup for that report. That much I promise you. Now, I want to talk about the market opens. If you're not getting into the trade room and watching and learning how to do the gold open and the oil open, then you're missing a great opportunity. Those trades this week, people made a ton of money, hundreds and hundreds of dollars on some of those reports. Well, they're not even reports on some of those events. They're events that trade just like a report, and that's why we like them so much. So make sure you get into the room, learn those setups, and you can take advantage of those profit opportunities. There's no reason to miss those events. They're really, really great to trade. So the week started out with the Bank of Australia's rate decision. It was a fantastic move. A lot of people made money on that report, and that's been a report that's now had 4 great months in a row. It's really not a monthly report. Sometimes it takes place every 6 weeks, but it's 8 times a year, so it's almost monthly. Excellent report, Reserve Bank of Australia rate decision. Don't miss that one the next time. And then we had ISM services, and right before ISM services, there's a trade called flash services. Final services, not flash services, final services. And we have found a great range trade for final services. So make sure you come into the room next month, write it in your journal. Final services, that's an event you want to make. ISM services is a report that it's a report that's still looking for a setup. We've been testing and we just haven't found a great setup for it. So we'll just keep the testing hat on, and when we get a great setup, you'll know because we'll trade it live in the room. FOMC meeting minutes was a surprise. I actually expected to either make a ton of money or to lose a ton of money on that report because I was willing to take some serious risk because our testing was great. We had a new ES range trade, and what happened was it only hit my first target. So I made a medium amount of money. I was very surprised. It hit my first target. I was able to move my stop, protect the profit. So FOMC minutes, a good solid trade. The API report was on Wednesday, and normally I don't like trading it when it doesn't trade on a Tuesday, but it's been trading so well. It's got 4 weeks profitable in a row, and it was another winning trade. I would recommend if you're going to trade the API report, it's best with 2 contracts. And you don't want to trade micro oil at that time of the day. It's a 4:30 event and the oil markets are closed, so liquidity can be a problem. If you're going to trade API, trade the full-sized CL. Wednesday, we were expecting a family money trade, the ADP report, and Automated Data Processing, the company that releases that report, came out with an announcement 2 days before the report was due that they were reworking the report and they're canceling the next 2, and they'll have a new version of the report at the end of August. So that's a family money trade. We'll see how it goes the next time it comes out, and I'm still excited that it'll still be a good report to trade. On Thursday at 8:30 every week, there's the Thursday unemployment claims, and that event often trades by itself or with other news. So there is a potential for a lot of inconsistency in that Thursday event at 8:30. But we think that we've got a good solid range trade for when unemployment claims trades with medium to small impact news. We have a setup for trades like CPI and unemployment claims, which is different than when unemployment trades by itself or with a less impactful report than CPI. However, I'm excited that I think we have a good new range trade for that time period. So again, make your way into the trade room so you can watch and learn as we try new setups in these crazy markets. Lots of volatility because of inflation, the Fed, so many reasons why you want the education and camaraderie that takes place in the trade room. Now, our final topic before I get into a little bit about next week. the energy reports. I'm just in a state of shock how well they've been trading. If you've been a member for a long time, you know that natural gas has tremendous potential for risk. I mean, it just does. Sometimes it'll do quadruple whipsaws and it'll blow through your targets and it'll just blow through your stops. It'll blow through everything. It'll be a haywire trade. But for the past year and a half, I mean a year and a half, natural gas has been trading really, really well. And for the past 2 to 3 months, it's been phenomenal. I would make it a family money trade other than the fact that there is inherent risk because it's natural gas and we all know that it could go crazy one day. However, you've got to be trading these reports. Oil inventories, even though there's been chaos surrounding the data being released properly, I think the EIA has their act together now, and we should see some stability in the data releases for the oil inventory report. But you take those three energy reports, API, crude oil inventories, and natural gas storage, and you've got a real nice trilogy of reports that you could trade every week. So we're excited about the profit potential that these reports are offering. And it's not even been potential right now. It's been winning trades. So definitely get into the trade room and learn to trade those reports. Now, I just want to talk briefly about next week. It's a very busy week. We've got WASDE and maybe a new setup. We've got Bank of Canada rate statement, core CPI, Consumer Price Index, probably the most important report of the month because it's the inflation report that tells us how bad or good inflation is right now. And then the PPI, the Producer Price Index, that's like the little brother or the little sister to the consumer price, the CPI. Ton of good reports. You got a couple of bond reports. So we never know what's going to happen with them. Retail sales, Australia jobs. It's an amazing week. Tons of events. Make sure you come into the room and trade along with us and learn. It's going to be a phenomenal week. I'm looking forward to it. Episode 33, the 10-Minute Trade Podcast. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, and I'll see you in the trade room. Take care, everyone.